Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of The Cloudy Vape. In this video we're going to be talking about a interesting new tank that just, I don't even know if it hit the market yet, but it, Vapor Chronicles has put out a review and a few other people have also. So I'll put a link to Vapor Chronicles and I'll also put a link to any other reviews I can find. And if you hear a chicken in the background of my audio, that's because I live on a farm. In case you're ever wondering, what is that? You hear that? That's a chicken. So, I'm trying my best to soundproof that, but there's a chicken in my background, so just deal with it. Go with it. Just imagine it's like an ambience, and you're sitting on a farm listening to a vape review. Just do that, okay? So, this thing is called the T-VCT. T-VCT. And I have the paperwork somewhere of what it exactly means, but let's just call it T-VCT. This is a T-VCT, or the T-VC tank, and it is by a new company, or I think a new company called OBS. They sent me out a couple of these, so I will be doing a giveaway on one of these, probably in the vlog that'll be coming out in a couple days, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, so my first thoughts. This is going to be a kind of rant video, guys, okay? Because right away, a lot of the clearomizers have been using really sketchy stuff in the wicking. And I just think right when you get something, you should know what's inside of it. So I was just trying to be, Sherlock Holmes, you know what I mean? I was trying to, I can't even think now, deduct, I deduct, I don't even know. So I was trying to just kind of figure out what exactly is inside of this. I ripped apart a few of the coil heads, and it's resistance, non-resistance, and I'll show you in the up close what exactly it looks like. And the cotton is just a pure white. It's a pure white cotton, and I was thinking to myself, maybe they're using a bleached, bleached non-organic cotton, or a fibrous material, or glass fibers, or ceramic, what other companies have used. So that was my first issue with this device. I just wanted to know what was inside of it. So a big warm thank you and a big shout out to Bruce from OBS. We've went back and forth a few times on emails, and I may have come across like I was being very upset or arrogant, which I did not mean to do that. I was really just trying to pull knowledge from OBS and figure out what exactly is in this device. So they told me right away, they said it was 100% organic cotton. And then they said, well, it's a green cotton, it's a degreasing cotton. So the only thing that I really know about degreasing cotton is that it's processed through chemicals. But stop here. Don't stop watching and just be mad. There is also degreasing cotton that is done with an organic process. So it's more of just a hot steam bath, and that's how they they pull the seeds and they fix the cotton in that. So I take that all back. I've been so used to using Japanese cotton, which was more of a has more of a pigment to it, more of a brownish, tan, yellowish pigment. So all in all, like I said, this is going to be a rant, but I'm really at the point where I've from what I've researched and what I've talked to OBS and their process of how their cotton is processed and stuff, it is a pure cotton. It is a true raw pure cotton. I'm not sure if it's not gonna look like your Japanese cotton. It's gonna be a nice white, pure white cotton. And yeah, so all of that to say, I try to go to bat for you guys, for me personally too, because I know as soon as the Atlantis had all that issues with the ceramic fibers, and then the Delta had the issues with the glass fibers, I just wanted to stay away from that, because I personally don't like vaping on that stuff, and that's just my rant and my feeling about that. But again, big shout out to OBS for sending this out and to just have an open dialogue with me. I really appreciate that in a company. Some companies don't even get back to me when I ask questions about their device. So OBS stands out right away as a great company. But as far as the actual quality of it, it is it is it has innovation. It has new technology, or new, I don't want to say technology. I think of technology as like like actual circuit boards and stuff like that. So I would say new innovation. You can fill from the top. It has a nice airflow system. It has adjustable juice channels on the fly, which I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to wait till we go down. But I'm so sorry this has taken so long to get this all out. But it was a lot of conversation back and forth, just to make sure I knew exactly what was in the cotton and stuff like that. So it is. It's not going to be a Japanese cotton. It's not a organic cotton like we use in most RDAs, or that is kind of popular right now. But it is a raw pure cotton that is washed through an organic process. So that's shoot, like 3-4 minutes of ranting just to let you know, hey, I personally feel from what they told me that it is a pure cotton and it's good to use. So yeah, let's have a vape. And I'm sorry for the rant, guys, but I really wanted to get that out and just let you guys know that. So yeah, let's have a little vape. So this is a 0.5 ohm coil head. They also have soon to come out 0.25 ohm coil heads. And yeah, this is wide open airflow, and it is very good. I got some Captain Krusties from Boardwalk in here. The anti-spitback protection is awesome. The airflow is nice. The flavor is good. It's not muted. It's not extremely muted, but it is about there with most of the other sub-ohm tanks. It's just a decent flavor. It's nothing like an RDA. It's nothing like dripping, but it is like your majority of clearomizers. So without more yapping about it, definitely dive down. Let's dive down and check it out. All right, so here is the T-VCT tank by OBS. This is the package it comes in. It is a very well packaged. Looks like most of your sub-ohm tanks. So pop off this top. On the back, real quickly, it has a few notes about just a few safety tips. As far as wattage ranges, life term, a little bit about leaking, and also it talks about a 0.25 ohm coil, and it says that goes up to 50 watts, and this 0.5 ohm coil can go up to 35 watts. A minimum of 10 watts on both, up to 35 on the 0.5 ohm coil, and up to 50 on the 0.25 ohm coil. So it does come with an extra coil head. These are both 0.5. If I do remember, yes, both are 0.25. Sorry, both are 0.5. Maximum of 30 watts. So on this tank, you have a few features, which is it's new to the sub-ohm game, basically. As far as the innovations, let's look at the innovations first, because those are the most. That's the most cool part about this. So the first thing to note. It looks just like a regular sub-ohm tank. But if you see right here and here, there's two different grooves. So right here, if you see, we have a little arrow going, another arrow going through right there. This is where you fill up your juice. So you don't have to get to the coil, and you can just fill that up right here. You have two silicone kind of, I guess you would call them washers kind of, or grommets, that helps it from leaking. So you would just put your syringe, your point tip, your drip tip, whatever, your dropper, whatever you want to use to fill this up, you would just pour it right in there. These do pop out pretty easily, so you could pop it out and then just pour. If you don't have anything to fill it, you could just pour into that. So I have done that also. That's just one option you can do. But be careful also. I did notice when I was using a dripper, and I was putting it in, it got stuck around the grommet and pulled the grommet out, and then I dropped the grommet into my bottle of juice. So just be careful on that. Just be very tedious when you fill it up. It shouldn't have any issues. So that's the top filling method, and it works very well. So this top area is our juice, where we fill up the juice, where we fill up the liquid. This bottom area is going to be, it's going to adjust the inside of the barrel of the, or inside of the chimney rather. This adjusts the chimney inside, and what it happens is, if you see that little cotton showing up right there, you can adjust the juice flow going into the tank. So very nice. You can open it up, close it off, and that's just on the fly, and that's just by twisting on this this kind of rigid area. So that, as far as actually getting this off, I don't think there's a way to get this off. I think it's press fitted in there, or just held on internally somehow. So I don't think you can pop this off. The only parts that you can really take off are going to be your drip tip, which is a nice bore drip tip, 2 O-rings to seal that off, and then of course you can take this off. You can take off your grommets. You can take off this bottom base. So there is your coil head, and it does have 4 very large juice channels in there to let the juice seep in and saturate that cotton. So essentially what you have going on, you have 2 pads of cotton inside of there, and it is a raw degreasing cotton. It is organically processed, so it's used a hot steam. They use hot steam to get it free of all its impurities and fats. As far as the actual liner, that is also the degreasing cotton. So there's essentially 3 pieces of cotton inside of there. You have 2 pads sandwiched between the actual coil, and then you have 1 large, kind of like, I guess it would, like a blanket wrapped around all 4 of these holes. So that's going to be what it'll look like. I'll take apart the head for you a little bit later. But as far as this part right here, this is where your airflow is. So you have a 8.5 millimeter, at least that's what it's stating, 8.5 millimeter in width, and it's roughly 2.5 millimeter in height. You have 1 of those on each side, so it's a dual cyclone airflow. And then you can adjust it however you want. You can close it off all the way, just like that, and that will close off the opposite side, just like that. So it definitely gives you a lot of options for airflow. The one thing I did notice that is, it looks like it's a lot more airflow than most of the coil heads. Right here we have a little pin, which normally it's like a flat pin, or it's like an eyelet hole or an eye hole. So it's like rounded off, and then you can just see a hole going through. But this pin is actually open and it's exposed on both sides, so it actually gives more airflow going in, at least it looks like that. And then down in here you have this plate that connects your positive connection, and then also on the bottom you have, designed by OBS, sorry, OBD, I don't know why I said that, OBS, and then it says, T-VCT tank, but it also has a kind of it looks like a gold plated, either gold or brass, and then the inside you see that gold brass type color, and that is your pin. So this whole, this pin, these little flat areas on this pin connect down and go into this, and that's kind of how it goes in. So prior sub-tanks kind of have like just a thin pin going down and connects to a thin pin. So this has a very large positive connection compared to most of your sub-tanks. It's the first style that I've seen like this, and it actually helps with the, I feel like it helps with the airflow a little bit better as far as getting directly into the vertical coil. So looking inside of here, you have a spitback protection. If you see that little bar just kind of running to the side over the chimney, inside of there, right there, that helps the spitback. It blocks any of the hot liquid shooting up or anything like that, and it does help very well. So that is a new feature. As far as inside of here, this is a little sharp. It is a little thin material, kind of sharp, but as long as you don't touch it, you shouldn't have an issue. It does seem like it's a little bit, maybe they made it thinner so they could get more juice into it. The quality of metal is definitely more thinner. It is stainless steel. I believe it's a 304 or 303. I believe it's 303. But it is a thinner metal, so you definitely do get more juice capacity because this is a 6 mil juice capacity. But as far as the actual thickness, it seems very thin, and it is pretty sharp. So I wouldn't suggest putting your finger in this. I don't think anybody would ever do that, but I just wanted to point that out. But as far as the actual portions of what is, kind of connecting this, it's basically this bottom pin, this atomizer section, your coil head, and then this whole part is kind of one section. I can't really figure out how to get this out. It kind of just looks like it's pressed in there, and then up here, this is all one section, even though it does twist. It's kind of just stuck in there. And then this top part goes in, and that kind of finishes off the whole tank. And yeah, that is it. Alright, so I took this apart. I took all the cotton out of it. It is nice and empty now. The coiling uses resistance, non-resistance wires. And then here is some of the cotton. So I have tested this. I've dripped some juice on it, see how it absorbs, and what it feels like once it's actually saturated with liquid. And yeah, it is a cotton. If you see right here, it does tear apart like a cotton. It has no residual, no fine grits or anything like that, kind of like the original Aspire did. But yes, so that is it. It is a natural cotton. And those are the few things that I did have questions about. So I appreciate OBS talking with me and letting me know about it. But yeah, so it is very much cotton. You can feel it, very, very smooth cotton, and nothing really going on. As a kind of joke, I said I would taste it just to see how it would taste. So I'm going to taste it right now. So you can see I just put it in my mouth. It's for you guys. So yeah, it is absolutely clean. No weird tastes at all. I know even if you get like organic cotton balls, it has like a peroxide type taste. There is none of that. This is absolutely clean. And you don't really get any of that chemical taste or anything. So it definitely is a clean cotton, and it is not processed the way I thought it was processed. So yeah, not to waste too much time on this, but it is really important that we know what we're inhaling and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna just show you this real quick. Not that it really matters, but I thought I would show you it. This is your resistance, non-resistance wire, and if you can see really closely right there, that's where your resistance to non-resistance is fused. So that is your internal coil head right there. And then your other parts are just going to be this grommet right here, and then this bottom pin, which I was showing you. It is kind of cut out, so it actually allows more airflow going in, or at least that's what it looks like. So yeah, that is the coil head. So there it is. There is the T-VCT tank by OBS. I'm really enjoying this, and yeah, it is very much an innovation as far as sub-tanks go. The top fill method, your juice flow control, even just having a wide cyclops on both sides that you can adjust. It is very nice. So, and it will be it'll be a competitor for the other sub-tanks that are using a pure cotton. Yeah, definitely check it out. So I have run about 6 tanks through this coil so far, and the flavor is getting better. I would say after the third tank of vaping through a third tank, the flavor is there. So definitely that first tank is going to be, you're going to taste just the kind of cotton taste. You don't really get any nasty chemical taste like if you were just going to use plain cotton or bleach cotton or organic cotton balls, It's just a nice clean taste. So definitely, again, kudos to OBS for not being shady and talking to me through that stuff, and also putting cotton in it, not putting some type of ceramic or glass in it. So let's talk about pros right away. The pros are the top filling method is awesome. I really don't like clearomizers that you have to. It is easy, you know, your Nautilus, your Atlantis, your sub tank, your every single tank out there right now, your clearomizers, your sub-ohm tanks. They all have to take off the tank, fill it up, make sure you don't get it down in the stem, and then you do it. So thank you for thinking about that. The top fill method is mucho great, awesome idea on that. The spit back protection, super great again. The adjustable airflow, it's con and pro. It is a great adjustable airflow, but the ring I feel is just a little bit too loose. It could be a little bit more snug, or it could click while it changes, you know what I mean? But since it is just one Cyclops airflow on each side, you kind of just adjust back and forth. You don't have multiple options like the Atlantis or the Kinger sub-tanks. So yeah, I just wish the airflow control was just a little bit more snug, because it does move around a little bit. But yeah, everything else is just, yeah. My first thoughts trying to get into this, I had a lot of negative thoughts about this, and I really did not enjoy this. But the more I start using it, and the more I got to talk to OBS and really figure out what's going on with this, I'm enjoying it. But that is to say, I'm not a big fan of clearomizers. I really like RTAs, I really like RDAs, so clearomizers are not really my cup of tea as far as what I use all the time. But as far as other clearomizers I've used the Atlantis, the newer Atlantis, the sub-tanks, all of the sub-tanks, the Delta, the Arctic, all of those, you know, pre-built coil head type tanks I've used, and I do like this. I like this more because of the innovation that is going on with the tank, the top fill method, the anti-spitback protection, and the adjustable juice, the juice channel type thing. This just is a great idea. It's an awesome idea, and definitely props to OBS for doing this and thinking about this. So in the next few days, after you see this video, probably in a vlog, if you watch this and you want to maybe win one of these, check out a vlog, check out one of my newer vlogs, because I'm not sure if it'll be the next vlog or the next vlog or the next vlog, but I'll be giving away one of these tanks and let you guys check it out yourself. So this is probably the most rantiest video I have done about a clearomizer. But again, like I said, it is a new thing to hit the market, and I just wanted to be 100% sure, or at least as sure as I possibly could be, about what exactly is going on and what the wicking is in this. So if you absolutely hate that I ranted about this, go ahead, comment below, let me know, and you know, tell me if I was wrong, tell me if I was right. If you enjoy that I ranted about this and let you know about all the details, you know, let me know about that also. I'm here to just share my knowledge and share my thoughts on it, and just be a nerd and talk about metal objects. So yeah, that's all. As always, thank you so much, every single one for watching, every single person for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. Hope it gave you a little insight on what's going on with the OBS system, the new T-VCT system by OBS. And yeah, that's it. If I keep talking, I will keep talking, and I will just ramble. So anyways, I will talk to you soon. Again, thanks OBS, and I'll check you later. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. And if you like my videos in general, please subscribe. And as always, stay classy and keep vaping. I want Bruce to know from OBS that if I ever meet you in real life, I want to give you a hug. Okay, Bruce? Me and you, we're hugging. Okay, it's going down. This just happened.